What is up, guys? Zan from Playbook.gg, and in today's video we're going to go over a 3-play mini scheme that we're going to begin from the Gun Empty Y Saints in the New Orleans Saints playbook. Before we dive into this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the great tutorials that we've got headed your way here on the Playbook.gg YouTube channel. Okay guys, so welcome back. In today's video we're going to begin with the play Saints Drags, and what we're doing here with this whole goal at the tail end of Madden 19 is we want to start to train your mind on things that maybe you didn't look at in Madden 19 to give you a foundation or maybe kind of a library of routes to try as we enter Madden 20. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to look late in the year at off-meta route combinations, because if the top level players aren't running these things, typically speaking, these are things that EA does not kind of focus and put their blinders on to try to fix heading into the next year. Now, the play Saints Drags out of the Gun Empty Y Saint can be run against the cover 2 and also man under, whether it be 2-man under or a cover 1 style defense. It can also beat a cover 0 as well. So what we're going to do here is we're going to focus on cover 2, and we're going to go ahead and run a Tampa 2 style defense, and we're going to start off with our running back and wide receiver to the wide side of the field. Now, typically speaking, you like to have trips to the wide side. With this particular route combination, I really like having the twins or the double side to the wide side of the field. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off by motioning in this running back. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to take advantage of what I like to call, and what many football minds call, the Ohio concept, where you run the outside receiver, your number 1, Cameron Meredith, on a vertical route, and then you run number 2, the inside receiver, on an out route. So what this will do against your standard cover 2 style defense is this will kind of serve as a nice little pitch and catch to the outside. You see that if you throw this, you can pick up an easy gain of about, I would say 6 to 10 yards, depending on how accurate your quarterback is underneath. So this is something that you can truthfully do. You don't have to wait for him to stop. You can just go ahead and run this, throw the up on the pass lead and rat catch it with your running back. This is going to be really annoying, and this should invite them to play a hard flat style defense, maybe shading their cover 2 underneath. And if they don't, you're just going to be content to pitch and catch and take your, in this example, 11, 12 yards on this throw pretty consistently. So again, this Ohio concept is going to be really nice for you to be able to attack right here. So again, you see right here, we're just going to let him run the out route underneath. You catch it, that's a gain of about 11 right there on that play. So that's one way that you can attack cover 2 underneath in particular. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put Kamara on a streak, and we're going to motion him to the inside. What this is going to do is this is going to place the deep half safety on the left side in conflict. So as you can see, the deep half safety, he's standing on the left hash marks about 12 to 15 yards away from the line of scrimmage. What this will end up doing is, with having 2 vertically attacking routes running into his area of the field, one that's breaking inside of him and one that's kind of fading outside of him, he has to split the difference. And what you could do is, given enough time in the pocket, you're going to be able to make this throw to the outside against the cover 2. And you see that that can be a gain of about 25, 30 yards on this throw pretty consistently for you. Now, again, with this particular style of play, you're really looking to kind of mix up what you're doing on the twin side. The fact that you can put so much of your opponent's attention to the twin side of the field is going to open up some of the backside route combinations on this play. So one of the things that I really like about trips is that if you like to, you can kind of go ahead and manipulate where that deep zone is, or that deep middle third is going to go. So in this example, if you just go ahead and fade the outside receiver on the short side of the field, and you leave the drag to the slot receiver, or use a regular hot route drag, and then you streak the tight end, this puts that middle read defender in conflict, where he's going to drop underneath Watson, and then because of the drag, he has to drop to the inside, allowing Watson to kind of get behind him a little bit. So you can kind of see how this opens up this inside pass lead for us to throw the ball to Watson. Now, in order to attack that, they're going to have to go with the deep middle third. So if they play that deep middle third on the inside, then obviously your drag underneath is going to be open. So obviously in this situation, if you were to presume that the mid-read zone were to drop all the way, you could throw this drag underneath, and you can actually do that anyways if you throw the ball hot. So this is going to be a nice little cover 2 beater. You could just mix in some of the motion. Now again, obviously this is not going to be great against the meta. I will say that one of the better things about this is that you can motion in the running back and then max protect, and it gives you 7 blockers, which is pretty nice. So that's also something to consider if you kind of just want to have a little fun late in the year and kind of keep Madden a little bit fresh for you. But if not, we're going to have some nice little route combinations that we can run here here. Again, this cover 2 defense is really not going to do a great job against this formation because of how well you can manipulate coverage against the cover 2. Now, the next thing that we're going to look at here is we're going to look at kind of a segue from a tip that we put out last week about double moves, and we're going to show you something here. So on this exact same play, Saints drags, this will do very, very well against your cover 1, cover 0, and cover 2 man style defenses. So we'll go ahead and show you exactly what I mean right here. If we were to play man coverage on the outside, what I'm going to actually do is give myself a little bit of room to throw this ball. What you're going to notice is that the curl route on the outside is actually a route that has a double move. So you see that it's not just a standard curl. If we were to put him on a standard curl, you see that he runs about 12 yards and he just turns around. This stock route is a double move, and we talked about last week in our video about double moves that if you throw the ball on the break, the coverage usually cheats to the end point of the route. So you see that he breaks to the outside and then he snaps his route back to the inside and then sets up for a curl. So knowing this, if you see man coverage on the outside, just throw this ball on the cut. You see that we can turn this into a little out route, corner route thing that you can throw pretty consistently as well. Now, you can kind of see again here, if I were to motion him in, give myself a little bit more room, you could kind of turn this into a post as well. Now, obviously, you probably don't want to throw this if there's a hook zone in the middle of the field. I'm not even sure, to be honest with you, if there is a hook zone here. But again, you can kind of like, yeah, you can see that there is a hook zone. Obviously, if they're not playing a hook over the middle of the field, you could throw that as a kind of a post route, even though it's going to break back to the outside. And basically all we're doing is we just know that the way this game plays, that the man coverage on the outside is going to cheat. So you could go ahead and throw this ball to the outside. Now that was a pretty awkward animation right there, but you can see that all you're going to get is a chance to get an incomplete pass on this. So you can kind of see here, we're just going to throw it and you go out there and rack catch it on this ball. He's going to be able to toe tap on the sideline. So I like to rack catch this on the initial cut. You can kind of see I'm just going to throw a boom right here, and then I'm just going to rack it. You see that it gives you that separation on the outside that you're looking for. Now, this will also play great to the wide side against your cover 3 style defenses. Any type of hard flat coverage, this should play pretty well against. So we're going to go ahead and focus on that play, Saints drags again. And we're going to call like a cover 3 hard flat style coverage. Now, the difference here with cover 3 is that you're probably going to want to make sure that you have a route that attacks the flat. You're going to want to go with a curl flat style play. Now, obviously, if you know it's cover 3, I would recommend the regular curl because you can kind of see that he just sets up, you can throw the ball, it's wide open, real easy throw. Probably a more quicker developing route against a cover 3 style defense than the actual route itself. But if you're not sure and you have to hedge your bet that it might be man, it might be cover 3, your opponent's mixing it up well, you could leave this route and it'll play just the same for you. So as long as you send someone to the flat, you're just gonna have to be a little patient. You see that the zones drop off him completely. He gets into a really nice spot on the field, all things considered. So this will be good against hard flat zone style defense, man coverage on the outside, and then obviously you have your ways to manipulate the twin side of the field and also the middle of the field with your tight end. So hopefully this video was informational for you guys. If it was, make sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with our next installation of this little 3-play mini scheme. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck. If you like this video, check out one of the videos on your screen right now. And for more in-depth analysis, visit www.playbook.gg for detailed game plans written by pro Madden players. Master the game with Playbook.gg.